everybody, welcome to the Wadrobe Way. I'm Jessica, and today's video is going to be a look inside of our brand new Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe novel study. For this novel study, the only thing that you will need will be a copy of the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Whether it is a physical copy, an ebook, or an audiobook, you just need to be able to read this book in some way. Now let's go ahead and look inside the novel study. The first thing that we have here is an overview of the 6 weeks. So it is going to tell you what chapters to read each week as well as what to do on each day. Then we have cross-curricular connections. This is one of my favorite things because it really helps bring the book to life. So these cross-curricular connections are going to be ideas for how to extend what you are reading into math, writing, social studies, science, art, and music. There are at least 2 ideas for each of those, so you have a few different options, and you can do those whenever you have the free time in your homeschool. It just really brings that book to life and extends the study even further. You have favorite quotes from the book, so here your child can just jot down some of their favorite quotes while you're reading or while they're reading. And then the first 5 weeks has a very similar pattern. So one day they will do copy work. So here is the quote or the text from the book that they're going to copy. And then here is kind of why I chose that passage and a little more background, whether that is figurative language or punctuation or grammar or spelling. On the second day, they're going to do vocabulary. So here they will match the word on the left to the definition on the right. On the third day, they will do some form of creative writing. This particular one is creating a fictional advertisement for the Enchanted Wardrobe. So they will draw an ad and write a description for it. On the fourth day, they will do their comprehension for the chapters that they've read. So we have some true and false, some multiple choice, and short answer. And then on the 5th day, they will do a summary of the chapters read. So they'll draw a picture of what they felt like those chapters represented, and they will just answer a few questions about those chapters read. Again, weeks 2 through 5 follow very similar. So we are going to keep having copy work, vocabulary, creative writing, comprehension, and a summary. It's just going to vary a little bit each time. So here we're using a dictionary. Here we're writing our own poem. So the activities just vary a little bit. After week 5, when you come to week 6, that is a review week. That is going to be what you're doing after you've read the entire book. So it's going to be things that apply to the entire reading. So things like word search, crossword puzzle, designing your own version of a book cover, doing a story setting activity where you're going to draw the setting from the novel as well as describing it, identifying the theme of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and then finding 3 examples from the book that fits that theme. You're going to plot the story, so the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the conclusion. You're going to pick your favorite, least favorite, or any character really from the story and do an in-depth character analysis on them. You're going to do a book review for persuasive writing, so you're going to either persuade somebody to read or not to read this book. After watching the movie, you're going to do a book and movie comparison. What was similar, what was different, picking 3 things that were better in the book, 3 things that were better in the movie, and which did you prefer and why. And then there are also some discussion questions for the book and movie kind of that go a little bit more in depth so that you can have some of those big juicy conversations after watching the movie with your kid. Then we have figurative language activities. So first you're going to learn about the different types of figurative language. You're going to look through the book and find a few of your own and write an example or 2. Then you're going to do a hands-on matching activity. After cutting these out, you have the different types of figurative language, and you will just put those out and using the examples from the text. For example, her voice was as cold as ice. That would be a simile. You would just sort them into the different categories. Then there is a final project suggestion. There's 9 different ideas of ways that you can kind of finish this book. It's a way to do like a book report without it feeling like a book report. And then we also have answer keys for all of the pages where that is applicable.